Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. Here we are. It's a new day, right? And once again, we are here to give you all the updates that's happening in Indian football. And as usual, we have Kevin in the studio. He's just taking a day off. He's going to be on the ground because Mohan Bagan team has arrived and they're going to play Mumbai tomorrow. Before that, we have the IWL that's going on, and today is the final between these two teams that we're not surprised seeing them in the final, Eastern Sporting Union and Rising Students. Now, Juhi, who always updates everything about this match on Twitter and Facebook at the Indian women's football team, she's joining us via Skype. She's in Delhi right now to catch the match, of course. And hey, Juhi, welcome back.
Hello, thank you for having me again.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's women's football and we definitely need you on the show.
Sorry.
Well, IWL, it was a short and sweet tournament. So you've been covering since day one. Why don't you, before we dive into the final match, why don't you take us through just like what happened and what do you think about it?
Well, I think having the league after so many years of promises, one of the best things that's happened in women's football and for women's football in India. It's a stepping stone. We didn't have that many teams as we expected because a lot of I-League and ISL teams backed out. We had only one I-League team and only one ISL team. That was Aswal FC and FCPC in it.
Yeah.
And we had 4 teams from the preliminary round come in instead of just 2 that were supposed to be there. So a very short format of the game, which had only 6 teams. But I think all teams fared well. It was a good tournament. As I said, they had enough breaks. I think one downside to the tournament was the pitch conditions.
Yeah.
Because I think the pitch is terrible.
Yeah,
I
terrible.
really do. I have been seeing the games there, and I think we could have done way better with either getting an artificial pitch or getting at least for the finals. I think why not get a grass pitch, or maybe the semis and the finals.
Yeah.
Get a better pitch, and stating that even our second division I-League games happen on this ground, well, it's sad for football in India. And especially with like the AFC qualifiers coming up in April, such ground conditions cause more injury. So it's always better to have good ground conditions. But yeah, the games are good. We had quite a few female coaches. We had Bem for Eastern Sporting Union.
Yeah.
We had FCPC with the lady coach, Odisha with the lady coach. That also helps not only players but the coaches. A lot of young players got to play in the tournament.
Yeah.
We had a 12-year-old superstar come out from FCPC, Senorita.
Yeah.
And she's already got a fan base, I must tell you. I saw her for the semi-finals, and after the game, there was a disappointing game for them.
They lost.
People were around her. There were reporters with her. So it was good, that at least we had something fruitful come out of this. Maybe a Bem or Bada in the next 5 to 7 years in the form of Senorita, I feel.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I think this shorter period of this league that happened, if it gave so many memories to cherish, I think imagine if it's a longer format and a proper tournament, there'll be more players coming out. You would see more stars and great stuff. But as we said, Juhi, how do you see the final coming up? No surprises there, right?
In the finals, I don't think there are any surprises unless and until somebody's picked up an injury in the last few days. It's going to be a cracker of a game, I feel. Even with the semi-finals that I saw, FC Alakpura versus Eastern Sporting Union, it was a cracker of a game, I feel, FC Alakpura has a lot of young players, and it's a team which does not have that many India players. And on the other hand, we have a team which has almost everybody who's played for India with Eastern Sporting Union.
Yeah.
And FC Alakpura really gave them a tough fight because at a point it was 2-1 where Alakpura almost scored a goal, but it was ruled to be a foul on Eastern Sporting Union player, and the referee overruled the goal. So a tough fight. In the end, last 10 minutes they gave up, and it was 4-1 in the end. Yeah. But I feel with Rising Students Club and Eastern Sporting Union, it's going to be a cracker of a game, I feel. Only reason being, Rising Sporting Club has won against Eastern Sporting Union. But they've lost to Alakpura.
Okay.
And Alakpura has given a very tough fight to Eastern Sporting Union as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out as the winners of the tournament, because it's so unpredictable right now.
Yeah. So can we call this finale as a clash of the titans?
Yeah, of course.
The
I think
team
no doubt about
lineup.
it.
I mean, it says that there are like more than half of the Indian national team players are playing in these two teams.
Yeah, both the teams have India players, I feel.
Yeah.
More than 80% of them have played for India at some point of time.
Yeah.
We have Bem playing on the pitch, controlling the centre for Eastern Sporting Union. And for Rising Students Club, you got Shashmita Malik in great form.
Yeah.
She's been having, I think, one of the best tournaments I've seen her play in. And Kamla on the other end is a goal machine who's scoring hat-tricks on hat-tricks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. I feel the only way somebody could score a goal is if a goalkeeper does a blunder or something like that.
Okay.
And both teams are tactically, like, very skilled tactically, have a superb passing game. So it's going to be a tough game, and it's going to be a very physical and mentally challenging game, I feel, for both teams.
Well, Kevin, what do you have to say?
I think it's great that we get to see this at least being covered in all places. So after a very long wait, we got to know about this IWL happening. So although it's sweet, but it's a good start. But how do we look at the bigger picture? Can we expect another tournament next year around? Are there good signs?
I think we should have a tournament at the end of this year, because we don't have that much coming up in terms of women's football. We have the AFC qualifiers in April, as I said. And these girls, now that they're playing here, they get back home, and within the next few days, they've got to head to Goa for the India camp. And it's going to be a little challenging for them, a little, they're physically tired, mentally tired. They need a break, but they don't have the break. And it's also going to be difficult for, I think, the team physio, because there are going to be players who are with injury but who have to play because they've been forced to play or they want to play. So, and with the draw that we have for AFC, I don't think we're going to qualify because it's a really tough draw. And once we're done with that, we should either have a senior nationals and then maybe have the tournament again. I don't think they're going to have the tournament before November because of the men's under-17 World Cup coming up. All the concentration, all the money, all the efforts are going to be put in there. But I think the minute the tournament gets over, we could get in some girls, have another women's league, a bigger one without a preliminary round, but encouraging any team who wants to participate to come in, because this time it was more restricted to I-League and ISL teams.
Yeah.
There were other clubs interested. Like a second division, like King Cray wanted to play, but then they were a second division team, so they were not allowed. But if a club has money, if they want to, let them play.
Yeah.
You're getting more matches, you're getting more people to come watch the game as well.
Exactly. Great point. Now, I'm going to put you in a fix. You said it's going to be a cracker of a match and difficult to pick a winner. But if I had to ask you, who do you see coming out of the winners of this tournament? Eastern Sporting or Rising Students?
Well, this is going to be a tough game.
So, but still, if you were to put in there was a gun held on your head and you were asked to say, pick one team.
I think I'm going to go for Rising Students Club. I love Bem. I love her dedication on the field. But I think Rising Students Club has a great mix of players as well. They have players from Sikkim and West Bengal. As a club, I want to see a team diversify as well and not be from a particular region. Like how the Eastern Sporting Club Union is, where they're only from Manipur.
Yeah.
But... I think Rising Students Club, having won the game also before against Eastern Sporting Union, could come up winners maybe with a 1 or 2 goal margin, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to predict. Okay. And I hope it goes that way, but let's see.
Just for the diversity to get in, Juhi's picking that team. But thank you so much, Juhi, for joining us. We know how busy you are right now. I know in a tight schedule, you happily joined us and to talk
I think
about
more
IWL.
than busy, it's the cold that's like annoying me. But I just hope I'm going to have a good time today before I head back. So let's hope for the best and let's hope for the development of women's football in India.
Exactly. And all you folks out there, if you want to catch the match, the match is preponed to 2:00, mind you. It was stated as 3 p.m. but now it's at 2 p.m. And if you want all updates, you can very well follow Juhi on Twitter as Juhi Shah 11 and also on Facebook, the Indian women's football team. Now, Juhi, once again, thank you so much. Enjoy the match.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I hope
Thank
you have
Kevin.
great stories to say probably when you come back.
Yeah, maybe just after the tournament gets over, once I get back, I'm going to post some awesome stuff.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much, Juhi. Well, that was some great conversation out there. As always, when Juhi joined the show talking about women's football, nothing like it, right, Kevin?
Even better was the introduction and the fan base being created for the youngest player.
12-year-old man.
It makes me really happy.
Crazy stuff.
Grassroots.
Yeah.
That at the highest level in India. What more can you ask at this stage when you are focusing on the under-17 men's World Cup that is coming up? This is a great year for Indian football, as we talked about at the start of the year.
Yeah, so too many. As Juhi said, if it's length, there is more time given for this. You never know. You may have more and more.
This has to just
players.
Carry on from here. As she said, this is a stepping stone. Let's hope that there are more teams, there is more participation, and there is more support given to these.
Exactly, and soon probably they will be on TV as well instead of an online streaming.
Best.
Right. Now moving on, that was about women's football. Now let's move on to the usual men's football that we talk about. The I-League is going on, and the 9th round begins today. Tonight, Chennai versus Churchill. Do we even preview this match? Whom do we give? Because Chennai look like a team that's kind of found some rhythm to their team, though a change in a coach, what happened in midway. But Churchill, on the other hand, still struggling, Kevin.
Yeah, Churchill are struggling, and you can see by the way they cannot hold the lead. They've scored 1 or 2 goals early in the first half, but they cannot carry it forward. And their strikers are not falling in place at the moment. It's the midfield that has to press, and Anthony Wolf, the foreign striker, he's just scored 1 goal till now. What do you talk about him? He's expected to put in a lot more, because Churchill, at the time when they were at their peak, they were known for their foreign strikers. Now with the bottom of the table that is there on their head, their main aim will be to stop conceding as many goals as they've been doing. So I don't know, there is a rumor still that coach is still expected for Churchill. It's half the season almost done. I don't know if that's going to happen any sooner, or it's just a rumor that's just floating all the while. Joseph Afuzi, who was supposed to be joining the team, I'm not sure if that's going to happen any soon.
Okay, so do you think if that happens, or does if Churchill starts from tonight, probably starts scoring and winning, do you see them somewhere on top?
It will be a situation where Chennai is right now. We are hitting the 9th round of the I-League, and it's midway into the season.
Right.
You get in a coach now, he has to get accustomed to the players, the mentality. It's difficult. If had he seen those players earlier, and considering Churchill were out of the I-League since 2 years, so it's difficult to get them back on track again. So it just depends on how to use the players at best. And Alfred has shown that against Bengaluru. All those antics and whatever those controversies happened. That is the only win they have till now. So apart from that, against Mumbai, they had scored 1 early goal.
Yeah.
Those are glimpses that these players are potentially good, but it's a team that's struggling overall.
So tonight, what are your predictions for tonight's match?
Chennai City are looking good. Strange that the coach had to leave midway, citing bad results. There are teams other than Chennai City even performing worse.
Yeah.
So I would expect the same formation for Chennai City that won against Mumbai the last game.
Okay.
And Reggian was outstanding along with Dhanpal Ganesh.
Yeah.
Ravanan at the back was sloppy at times, letting in those loose tackles. Apart from that, the defense is standing strong.
Great. Well, if you had to give scores, do you see goals?
Goals should come because both are not, none of the sides are too packed in their defenses. So, yes, probably 1 or 2 goals to either sides. I don't see a clear winner.
Okay.
So maybe
do you also see a blah game which might end goalless?
Yeah. They expect that sloppy passes just going through your legs and defense mistakes, and you probably see another own goal from Churchill.
Oh yeah, that too. Well, folks, that's all for today. And 2 games coming up. I mean, one is the IWL Final. You know where to catch it. I mentioned to you. And then, of course, the I-League, which is on TV, right? It's a 7 p.m., 7:05 p.m. kickoff. And if you don't worry. If you can't catch the I-League match, you can very well get onto our website, thefangrass.com, for live updates. And once again, I'll repeat, for IWL, you can follow Juhi Shah on Twitter, Juhi Shah 11, and also a Facebook page, Indian Women's Football Team. And that's all. We end the show here, and we bring you more action tomorrow because we have some crazy matches lined up for you tomorrow as well. If you want to talk to us directly, you can do that. Boza_Kevin, Siju Matthew 94, that's for me. Chiranjit Oja, 42 Nikhil for Nikhil. Have a great day. You can also listen to our show on YouTube, and if you are, then hit the like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so you get updates on our new episodes. You can also listen to our podcast on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, etc. Have a great day. Cheers.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcasts galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.